Hello everyone, welcome to Lever Guns 50. Today we're going to be doing some extreme things. We're going to be shooting some extreme bullets, all the way from the 600 grain Hawk bullet all the way up to a 700 grain bullet in a 45-70. So we're going to be doing this. Now we're going to show you a good clip of these cartridges right here, and we're going to shoot the 600 grain Hawk bullet out of this 1886 Winchester into some water jugs. And also we're going to be shooting that big old 50 BMG bullet into some water jugs. So make sure you stay tuned to the end of the video to see that. And let's get started. All right, starting on the left, we have a 700 grain 45 caliber bullet. The same 700 grain bullet we have loaded in those three 45-70s on the left. The first 5110 on the right is loaded with a 600 grain Hawk bullet. The second one is a 600 grain Woodley bullet. The third one, the pointy one, is a 650 grain Barnes bullet for a 50 BMG. We're going to start out with the 45-70 with those big old 700 grain lead bullets sent to us by a wonderful viewer. All right, let's shoot it and see what happens. Probably going to get like this. Just try to shoot it right. So, it managed to catch that bullet inside of this log. So before we take it out of this log, we're going to set this up and shoot the 50 BMG bullet into this and see if we can capture it inside of a log out of that 5110. There's that big old bullet. We're going to load that into that 5110 and shoot it into that log. Now, obviously you can't poke it through the magazine. You got to drop it down through the top. Hopefully you can see that. It's about all that can fit in this gun. Let's see. It's nice having the muzzle brake on there because that bad boy kicks some crud, because that's going over 2,000 feet a second with a 650 grain bullet. Well, let's see what happened. Oh, this is very interesting. You're going to want to see this. Let's look right around here on the side. Make sure. I think you can see it. Let's zoom it in a little bit. Right there between the two logs, that bullet is stuck right there between the two logs holding them together. Take you around on the other side so you can get another view of it. See if we can even, you can't even push them apart. Oh, there it goes. There we are. That bullet is stuck in there or something. Strong. So anyhow, it went through this much wood right here. Wonder how hard it is stuck in there. Man, it's stuck in there good. I think I'll maybe take the chainsaw and cut down through there and see if we can't get it out. There's that bullet stuck in there. We did get the piece cut off. We're gonna try to get it out. Got it down to this far. I don't know if we can get it out. I think it's trying to come. I don't want to tear up the petals. Let's split it on open a little bit more. Well, we finally managed to get it, and there's how it expanded out. It was stuck all the way down in there. So we get a measurement on it and see how much it penetrated. All right, we did end up cutting through the bullet. You can see down in there is some still in there. So the bullet basically come to right here. It penetrated from the back of the log to right there, which is about 8 inches. We lost audio. Okay, here we're using the 600 grain Hawk bullet. I'm showing you it loads through the action just fine. And it's one of the only ones we're going to shoot out of the 5110 that will run through the action, because the other bullets are quite a bit too long. I had to get down to kind of get a straight line shot into these water jugs so we could capture the bullet. So here goes. Obviously it blew up the first 3 jugs pretty good, pretty spectacular. So let's come down and take a look at it. Now we're going to take a look at them jugs. You see it blew the first 3 like all to pieces, and then there's 2 more that's damaged up here. You can see some bubbles inside of that one jug where it's letting the water out. That one there has a big old hole in it and a hole out of it. That one there has a slit in the side of it, and it's letting the water out. And this is pretty surprising what happens next. As you can see, I'm dumping the water out, but the bullet is too big to come out of that hole. I can't get the bullet out of the hole, so I have to open up that slit that's already in the side of it and dump the bullet out that way. That bullet has expanded out. Look at the size of that bullet. That bullet has expanded to 1 inch and 5/16. That is a huge bullet. Look at the size of it. Amazing. Just amazing. This is that 650 grain Barnes bullet. We got it loaded down into here, and we're going to shoot it into those water jugs and see what it does. Let's see. This is where our audio goes out again. So I'm shooting that 650 grain Barnes X bullet into these water jugs with wood and stuff on the end. Hopefully we can catch this bullet and see what happens. Let's go check it out. Amazingly, it blew through all the water jugs, just ripping a big old hole in the back of that right there, going through our cardboard, not even slowing down, ripping through our 3/4 inch plywood, and then blowing through our logs. Knocked a big old dent in that one, damaged it pretty good. And we're going to look around and see if any of the other ones are broken or damaged. That one there is skint just a little bit. That one there's got a pretty good sized damage mark on it. Wondering if the bullet's inside of it, or did it just glance across of it. We'll look around and see if we can't find the bullet and see what's going on. We did manage to find that 50 BMG bullet. See it sitting over there on the ground? Still having problems with our audio. Now we're fixing to shoot the 600 grain Woodley bullet, and we're shooting it into some wood just to see what happens. This is fresh wood. It's actually sweet gum. It blew them logs right over. Look at there, that bullet just blew right through that fresh sweet gum log like if it was nothing. Now we're checking out to see what all, if it went through any more before it went into that second one. No, it just went right into that one and stopped in it somewhere. We'll get that out of there and show you what it looks like. All right, let's see if we can get that 600 grain bullet out of here. There's our big old 600 grain bullet. There's that 600 grain Woodley bullet. What's left of it, it's going right at 2,000 feet a second when it hit that log. As compared to that hawk bullet that went through the water. Now we're going to shoot one of those 700 grain 4570 bullets into this clay bank so we can see what it looks like. Alright, I'm going to shoot it into that clay bank and see what happens. Now we got to dig that bullet out of there and see how far in there it went and see what it looks like. So it didn't go all the way through. Now it's just a matter of time getting it dug out of there. If you've dug bullets out before, you know they leave a little path of white crushed dirt. And if you follow that path, you'll find the bullet. So that's what I'm looking for as I'm digging in here. That white where it's just crushed really hard. It's pretty deep in there too, and that's really hard clay because it's pretty dry. There it is. So now I got to get a measurement of that and see how deep it went in there. Alright, that's how deep it went in there. And there she is, 700 grain bullet. It went nose first because that's the base of the bullet there. So you can see that's the base right there. So it went nose first, it didn't tumble in that dirt. Here's all those bullets we recovered. This in here was from the 4570, and these are all from the 50 caliber. This is a 600 grain Woodley, 600 grain Hawk bullet, and the 650 grain Barnes. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. You know, it's a really hot day today, but it was a lot of fun. It's so hot out here, even in the shade, the camera is going off.